How much time do you waste putting off having difficult conversations with people at work? I know it can be really daunting and even you can feel quite fearful if you know that you've got to have a really tough conversation with someone at work. They're not performing, or you're not performing, the team's not performing. There's a problem that needs to be addressed. And these conversations get particularly difficult when the stakes are high, when there's, heightened emotions, when the outcome's really important, or when your opinions on a topic can really differ. And a lot of us are disinclined to get into conflict at work. We've maybe had bad experiences in the past. And particularly for new managers, it can be really daunting to have those first conversations with a member of staff if they're not really doing what you need them to do. There's a couple of techniques that I wanted to share with you that are really helpful at just taking some of that fear out of it. So the first thing is absolutely do it as early as you can. The longer you put it off, the harder it gets. Now you're watching this video, it probably means that you've already put it off for a little while. So make a plan and go do it tomorrow. Always give constructive criticism or feedback or enter into those difficult conversations in a private space. Public reward and public plaudits are great, but when it comes to difficult conversations or constructive feedback, then keeping it behind closed doors is definitely the way forward. The two things then that I always suggest to people is, number one, start off by reminding both of you what your shared outcome is. We both really want you to be successful in this role. We both really want the team to succeed and to smash our goals for the year. We both really want this organisation to be successful. And then tell them what the problem is. Talk about the behaviour, not them as a person. And sometimes the acronym BIG can help. So B is the behaviour that you're seeing. I is the impact of that behaviour. And G is going forward, what you would prefer to see. So behaviour, I see week in, week out that you're coming into work late. And the impact of that, the impact of that is that other people in the team are having to pick up your work in the morning and it's starting to create some bad feeling. Going forward, I'd like to understand what you need in order to be able to be here on time, or how you can make that time up if your travel plans don't work out. It's quite a small example, but just a demonstration of how the BIG framework can work. If you're getting into a situation where the other person's getting defensive or they're getting cross, you can feel that the conversation isn't going well, or there's not an openness. The other technique that I suggest is using contrasting statements. So start off with what you don't want to have happen. I don't want to suggest that you're not working really hard. I know you are. I know how much this means to you. And then what you do want to have happen. But what I do need is for you to work much more closely with Jackie and to get past your differences, because we need you to work together on this project in order for us to be successful. They're the types of things, and it doesn't have to be complicated. So jot those things down and then have that conversation. So your shared objective, what you both want to have happen. Use BIG, behaviour, impact, and going forward to be really specific about what the problem is that you're trying to address, if it's a performance problem. And then if that other person's getting defensive or angry, you can use contrasting statements to bring them out of that reaction to the conversation, build a little bit of safety and trust back into the conversation before moving forward. Hope that helps. Drop me a like or a comment down below. I'd love to know what you thought.